guys, Matt V's Movies back for another video, and today is a movie review of a film I recently picked up on DVD and I watched, and yeah, I thought I'd do a review of it. AJ's Movie Place recently did a review on like a reboot or remake of this film. It's just come out, and we're talking about the Arnold Schwarzengger film Eraser. This is obviously the original, and AJ has been talking about Eraser Reborn, which is like a sequel or reboot, not starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's got some lesser known stars, but yeah, go to his channel and check out his review of that film Eraser Reborn. But today we're going to have a chat about the original Eraser. So just before we look into that, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you'll be informed when I upload a new video. Welcome back to existing subscribers. Hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. Please give the video a thumbs up. That really does help out the channel and really appreciated. Please share the video if you like. And please leave a comment. It's great to have comments on the channel. Have you seen this film? What do you think of it? What edition have you got? Have you got Blu-ray, DVD? Have you got a limited edition? Don't know whether there are any of this. I've had a look around, but yeah, just great to have sort of your thoughts. Interaction on the channel is really good. Please find me on Instagram as well. I'm over there and I post pictures and the odd little video now and again. Okay, so let's get on with today, having a look at the film Eraser, talk a little bit about the film, my thoughts on the picture and sound quality, and a little bit of trivia as well. Okay, so Eraser came out in 1996 and it was certificate 18 in the US. An action stroke thriller film, and it ran for 1 hour and 54 minutes. Brief summary of the film. John, a marshal with the Witness Security Protection Program, tries to protect himself with Lee Cullen, a witness in an illegal arms deal, after he learns that his mentor, a fellow marshal, is a mole. The release date in the US was the 21st of June 1996, and this was directed by Chuck Russell. Story was by Tony Puryear, Wallen Green, Michael S. Chernuchin. Box office was $242.3 million US, and this was distributed by Warner Brothers. Cast included Arnold Schwarzenegger playing John, the US Marshal, James Caan as another US Marshal, Vanessa Williams as Lee Cullen, James Coburn as Witsec Chief, Robert Pastorelli as Johnny Castell, James Cromwell as William Doahue, Andy Romano the Undersecretary, Danny Nucci as Witsec Deputy. Okay, just give you a little bit of trivia about the film. The producers originally filmed a romantic ending, but it didn't test well with the audiences. The inside of the zoo was filmed at an old abandoned zoo in Griffith Park, Los Angeles, California. The production had to ship in all of the animals. This is located on some 3,015 acres that had been donated by the city by industrialist and philanthropist Griffith J. Griffith, who also donated the funds for the Greek Theatre and the Griffith Observatory, which are also on the grounds. In addition to Eraser, there is a second Schwarzenegger connection. Griffith Observatory was a shooting location for both the Terminator and the alternate history of the same scene in Terminator Genesis. The Griffith Zoo was not the first venue for animals on that location. Originally, Griffith used it as an ostrich farm. And this is the scene in the film where you see kind of CGI alligator or crocodile, can't remember which, but it kind of, Schwarzenegger goes up against it. So it's quite a sort of funny bit of the film. The movie was mostly filmed on handheld cameras to make the audience feel closer to the action, Adam Greenberg sometimes used up to 7 cameras at one time. This film is considered by many Schwarzenegger film fans to be the last good film of the classic Schwarzenegger period, starting in 1982 with the first Conan film. It was certainly the last of his action films that was a box office hit, excluding the Expendables film trilogy, which were more of an ensemble cast. In the teaser trailer, Kruger looks at the camera and says to the audiences, "Relax, you've been erased." Vanessa Williams performed the song "Where Do We Go From Here," which is heard during the end credits. Okay, so yeah, this is the edition that I picked up. I think it was either a charity shop or a boot sale. I can't remember. It was a couple of weeks back now, one of the two. And I actually found a green snapper case with another film. And after watching this film, towards the end of it, there's a scene where he's got these two guns and they're kind of like light up with this light green or luminous green colour. And I thought, you know what, I actually think that the green snapper would fit perfectly on this case. And yeah, it does. I really like this. It really makes for sort of what was quite a plain release into something quite nice and quite original. So here we've got the sort of main artwork that was used, poster art, and then we flip it on the back and there's description of the film. So there's not really any special features on here. You've got a trailer, so they call it interactive menus, special features. Well, I don't really consider those, but there we go. Back in the day, that's what they called them. We've got a 5.1 Dolby Digital English soundtrack on here. It's 107 minutes long. Now, I have been told that this is a cut version. Apparently the German Blu-ray is an uncut version. So I may pick that up at some point and yeah, kind of compare the two. So I think it might be an extra few scenes that have been cut from this version. Probably why in the US you got an 18 certificate. So we open it up, and on the inside again you've got chapter listings and a few little pictures from the film. And there's the disc, just plain on the back. But yeah, I quite like that luminous green, very unusual with the snapper case. And yeah, I just really like, you know, sort of the look of this now. It looks really cool. And on to the film. So yeah, I watched this about a week ago now, and I was actually quite surprised at the picture quality on the DVD. It wasn't too bad. I implemented simulated HDR through the projector and was pleasantly surprised at the image that it produced. It definitely brought some more colours out in this through the HDR simulation, which was nice to see. And whilst obviously the Blu-ray I'm sure is a far better transfer, and with the additional sort of uncut version, that's probably the superior way to go. So yeah, I think you can get that from Germany, so I'm on the lookout for a sort of a cheap version of that to pick up at some point. But as I say, this was cheap as chips. I think it was 20-25p or something like that when I picked it up, and yeah, I'm really happy to sort of add it to the collection. And say it's certainly not one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's better films. You know, it's an average film. It's got some good action sequences. You know, there's a scene where he's falling out of the plane and he has to. It's almost memorable of the Moonraker scene with James Bond, where he gets kicked out of the plane and he has to chase after the parachute. This is very similar to that. I'm sure they probably took, you know, the idea from that. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, you know, it's got a good supporting cast. You've got Vanessa Williams, who, when she did this, she was more sort of a pop star songwriter. So she kind of ventured into doing a few films. And James Caan as well, an accomplished actor, and he was very good as the sort of baddie in this, you know, the rogue cop kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, it is, as I say, not one of his best, but, you know, entertaining. You know what you're going to get with an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. You know, the one-liners, the action set pieces, all this kind of thing. So it's entertaining. And yeah, I had a blast watching it. So I hadn't seen it for many years, and yeah, it was a good time. As I say, I would quite like to see the uncut version. I suspect there's probably just a few extra sort of violent scenes that was cut for the UK audience. But so yeah. And then on to the sound. Yeah, I mean, it's a standard Dolby Digital 5.1 mix, nothing amazing. You know, you get some rear effects, you know, reasonable audio from the front, little bit of left and right separation, but nothing that's going to blow your socks away. It's just, oh, you know, a little bit of bass, obviously with explosions and things like that. But, you know, altogether just an average mix, I would say. I don't think there's a 4K of this yet. Maybe they may do one at some point. I know probably some of Arnie's lesser films may not get the 4K treatment, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But no, I'm thoroughly pleased to have picked this one up. And as I say, to pop it in this little snapper case, the green one, it just makes it that little bit sort of unique, shall we say. So yeah, very happy, and I'll give this film a thumbs up. You know, good entertainment. Not one of his best for sure, but equally an entertaining film, you know. And as I say, you know what you're going to get with Schwarzenegger. That was just a review and look at the edition that I've got, Eraser. I say I really like this green snapper case. You know, it's quite unusual, and I just think it fits the film well. So yeah, I'll definitely be keeping this, and if I do pick up the uncut version, I probably will do at some point. I'll probably pop it in here and keep it in this case, because yeah, I really like the sort of the retroness of it, shall we say, of this release. Anyway, thanks very much for watching the video, guys. Take care and see you in the next one. Bye now.